Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Nursing with Ray. I'm Ray as truly, and I know it's been a minute. But I'm here. I wanted to do this quick video for you guys, just give you a little bit of an update into what's been going on with me with school and everything, and also just to answer a few questions that you guys may have. So if you're new to the channel, hi, my name is Ray. I am a soon-to-be fourth-year nursing student here in Jamaica, and on this channel we talk about everything related to nursing school. So if that's content that is interesting to you, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel by pressing the red button down here, and also do not forget to leave a like on the video as well. So yeah, as you guys can tell by the title of today's video, I'm going to be doing a little bit of a life / school update / Q&A, just to fill you guys in on everything that's been going on. So I finished my third year, yay, and I'm about to start my fourth year this coming August. I'm actually currently on clinical rotation right now. I'm on my community health clinical rotation. I'm doing that rotation at a health center, my local health center, so it's been really good to be placed close to home. This is actually my first time being placed in my actual parish. The health center is like less than 10 minutes away from me, so it's been a lifesaver. You know, I get to save a lot more money when it comes to clinicals and things like that. I can wake up a lot later and I can get home a lot earlier. So far this rotation has been going so well. I've done my first week and I have 3 more to go, and so far it's been good. So I have a few questions here from you guys, because I put up a question poll on Instagram and I asked you guys to send in some of your questions just to, you know, fuel the discussion in this video. So I have my little paper here and I'm going to be reading the questions from this. So I got these questions from some of you guys on Instagram just to fuel discussion, you know? Yeah, so I do post actively on Instagram when I'm not posting here on YouTube. So if you're not yet following me on Instagram, please go and follow me on Instagram at Nursing with Ray. I leave the handle on the screen and the link in the description box below. I'm also very active on TikTok, y'all. I'm very active on TikTok nowadays, so please follow me on TikTok at It's Your Favorite. I'm going to leave the handle on the screen as well and the link in the description box. So if I'm not posting here on YouTube, I am posting over there, so please go follow me, and also follow me on Threads. That is the new app that was launched by Instagram, so I'm gonna leave that handle and the link in the description as well. But yeah, so far guys, nursing school has been kind of kicking my butt. It gets harder as you go along, obviously. I think, you know, most people would agree. Nursing school does get harder as you go along, but so far so good. I've managed to pass my first year and on the way to my last, and I just think it's so surreal. Like, did I not just start nursing school the other day? Like, wasn't 2020 just like a few days ago? It's just crazy. But anyways, the questions. The first question I have here says, any tips or suggestions for freshman nursing students? So freshman year, let's think back to my freshman year. Freshman year is just a year of excitement. You're really excited, you're really happy for what's about to come, and I feel like that's your year where you're most studious, you're most, you know, like, you just have your best foot forward, obviously, because you're just starting, you're enthusiastic about it, you're ready to take on this new challenge. And first year tends to be the hardest and the easiest in a way. The hardest because obviously this is a new environment, this is higher level education, you know, and it's different and it's daunting. But at the same time, I feel like we tend to have a higher academic yield in first year because we put in a lot more work and a lot more effort, as opposed to when we're going along and we're starting to get tired, we're starting to get frustrated, we're starting to get fed up. So what I would say, my tips and suggestions are for freshmen is just to learn as much as you can in your first year, because that is your foundation. You build on everything that you learn in your freshman year, so please ensure that you do store that knowledge, because I find that when people don't get that foundation in their first year, they go on to struggle in the years to come because you're building on that. So ensure that you learn as much as possible. Yeah, in my first year, I was very enthusiastic. I did really well in my first year. I'd say my first year, my freshman year, was my best year academically. So yeah, just really ensure that you grasp all the necessary info that you need to grasp. In my first year, I was really stuck on grades. I've always been that type of student right throughout my life. I've always been kind of an overachiever, and grades meant a lot to me. But the further you go along in nursing school, you're going to really realize that grades don't mean they don't mean nothing. You just need to pass at this point, okay? Because I remember when, if I wasn't getting an A minus or an A in my classes, I'd be so upset. I'd be so sad. But now, baby, them B pluses is looking like A's to me, okay? Like, grades are not everything. Just ensure that you understand the concept, and once you pass, baby, it's a win, okay? A win is a win. The next question says, do you stick to a specific study schedule? Nope.
And
Nope, 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 nope. I start every year saying, okay, this is gonna be my study plan, and I'm gonna do this, and I do it for a few weeks, maybe a few months, maybe a month or two, and then it goes to, you know, like, no. I do not have a study plan. The further you go along in nursing school, you're going to realize the classes are going to get longer. You're going to have more content to cover in a shorter amount of time. And sometimes, baby, if you want to have a life outside of nursing school, you got to say F the study plan sometimes, okay? I'm not trying to give y'all bad advice, but sometimes the study plan isn't going to always work out. So I would say do create a study plan at the beginning of the semester and try to stick to it as much as possible. But at some point, you may not be able to stick to it, and that is okay, because at the end of the day, I realized that you have to have a work-life balance. If you're all about school, it's not going to work out, okay? You're going to go crazy. And that is something that I had to learn once I hit like the end of my second year of nursing school. I realized that I was just all about school and I was not having a personal life. And I'm not saying that you can't have a personal life and still get good grades, because obviously that is very much possible. But sometimes, you know, you just have to let loose and live a little bit. So no, I don't have a study schedule. I always try to make one at the beginning of the semester, but I rarely stick to it until the end of the year, if I'm being completely honest with you guys. Next question. What was the hardest course you've taken so far? Oh, baby. The hardest course I've taken so far, I just finished the other day. It was probability and statistics. It's not even a nursing course, but it's a course that we have to take. It's a prerequisite for our nursing research course, a final year course that we have to do this coming fall. And let me tell you, baby, that course is not for the faint of heart. If you're not good at math, you will struggle. And I'm good at math, and I struggled. Okay, I struggled. I'm telling you, you need to ensure that your math skills are down pat, okay? And your lecturer also has a lot to do with it. I'm not even gonna go into that, honey. But that was the hardest class I've ever taken. If you guys want to know what the hardest nursing class was for me, I'd say maybe it was peds, actually. Yeah, nursing the child, pediatrics. I just did that the other day, like last semester, and I'd probably say that was my like roughest course. I don't know, maybe it's just because I don't like peds, and the questions on the test are all about, oh, what would you do for a toddler? Give them a crayon to play with? Or are they going to be doing parallel play and a bunch of stupid stuff? I'm just like, I don't know nothing about kids. But I don't know. For some reason, I just found that course to be the hardest. I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, pharmacology or patho or something like that. I found patho to be manageable, and I found pharmacology to be very easy. I got an A on that. So, yeah, I don't know. I'd say that was my hardest course. Next question. Any tips for practical exam anxiety? Oh, this one I can definitely relate to because I experience it a lot. I don't get test anxiety with written exams, but with our practical exams, like our OSCEs and, you know, our little exams that we have to do on clinical and things like that, I get very, very anxious for those. And the only tip that I can give for practical exam anxiety is to prepare, okay? If you don't prepare, you're going to be even more nervous. And I'm not saying that when you prepare, you're not going to still be nervous, because you still are going to be. Because a lot of times I'm very prepared. I feel like I know my stuff, but I'm just nervous just because of how the exams are set out. Just because a lot of times we have instructors and examiners and preceptors that are just really mean looking, and they just make you scared and nervous. The only tip I can give is to really prepare, because once you prepare, that is the only thing that can maybe calm your nerves just a little bit. I don't know, if you're a Christian, pray to God, ask him to, you know, like, give you a sense of peace. Like, I don't know. Just prepare. Okay, so the next question is, what specialty do you want to get into when you start working? this is a question because I think it's so funny for you guys to see like the growth and like how my view has changed as a freshman versus now as a junior, almost senior. I used to say, oh, I wanted to get into ER, I want to get into ICU, but no, I actually found out that I really like psychiatric nursing. I recently did my psych rotation and I think it was probably my favorite rotation thus far. I would really work in psychiatry. I realized that it was something that I really liked. And that might be a specialty that I want to get into, but I'm still interested in possibly ICU, but I haven't been on a rotation in the ICU just yet. So once I do that rotation, then I can really say if it's something that I'd want to do. But as of right now, I really love my psych rotation. It's been my favorite so far. And I've rotated in the ER, but it was a pediatric ER and I hated it. Hated it. Hated it. So I don't know. But so far, psych or ICU. Next question says, how do you balance school and life without feeling guilty or falling behind in studying? So this used to be a major problem for me when I was a freshman and a sophomore, is I felt like I couldn't balance school and work. And if I was having fun, I felt guilty because I felt like I was neglecting my studies. And then at the same time when I was studying, I was like sad because I wasn't having any fun. I was bored and I was overwhelmed. And the real way to combat that is to create a study plan, as somebody asked me about earlier. But a lot of times, as I said, I don't maintain it. But the only way to really not feel guilty is to just not feel guilty. I don't know if that makes any sense at all, but you just have to know that when you're not doing schoolwork, it's for your own sanity. And at the end of the day, if you're just all about book, and school, you're not even going to achieve what you really want to achieve, because when your mental health starts to deteriorate, your grades are going to plummet. No matter how hard you study, if you're not maintaining that balance, your grades are going to suffer. So I don't feel guilty about not studying and having fun anymore. This has been my funnest summer yet. And it's crazy because this summer I've had both classes and clinical, and I've managed to have a lot of fun and still pass all my classes. So it's definitely doable. You just have to, I don't know, just create that time. Just create that balance. Figure out your life, figure out your schedule, figure out what works for you. But really, I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of update, a little bit of insight into what's been going on with me. You know, school has been good. School has been school. I've just been trying to really thug it out and just finish. I just really want to be done, y'all. I remember that excitement, that enthusiasm that I had when I started and everything. It's gone. It is completely gone. I want to be done with nursing school. I'm tired. I am sick of it. I'm tired. I want to be done, okay? But so far, you know, I've been handling it and I've been getting by. And I just really wanted to fill you guys in on what's been going on, answer a few questions. If you guys have any more questions for me, leave them in the comments down below. Yeah, leave your questions in the comments down below. And I'm trying to think if I have anything else to say to you guys. I'm really nervous now. Like, going into 4th year, what are my feelings? I'm excited because, as I said, I really want to be done. But I'm also nervous at the same time because with 4th year comes SPAN. So if you don't know what that is, SPAN is a practical exam that we have to do at the end of nursing school. And that exam is what qualifies you to sit the actual written licensing exam, which is the RENR. And for my school, you actually have to pass SPAN to get your degree and graduate. It's not like the other schools, I think, like UTech. I'm not sure about UE. You don't have to pass SPAN to graduate. But with NCU, you have to pass it to graduate. So, like, you know, it makes me nervous because SPAN, everybody makes it seem so daunting. And it's very nerve-wracking. So I'm just trying my best to prepare from now. I'm not going to wait until a few months before. Preparation definitely starts now. So I'm nervous, but I'm excited to be done at the same time. Please leave video suggestions in the comments down below, and I will see you guys in the next video.